All right, listeners, ready for another deep dive. Today we're going deep on AI and how it might just shake things up here in New Zealand, specifically our economy.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's talking about AI right now, especially with some folks saying it could be the answer to New Zealand's productivity problem.
Okay, the answer might be a bit much. Don't forget, we've even had world leaders joking about our productivity, calling New Zealand the best kept secret in the third world.
Yeah, well, gotta admit, that's a pretty funny way to put it. And actually, Brett O'Reilly, the former CEO of the Employers and Manufacturers Association, seems to agree. He's been saying that generative AI could be the silver bullet to fix our economy.
Silver bullet. That's a pretty bold statement. What makes him so sure about that? Why this specific type of AI?
Well, what's really interesting is that O'Reilly isn't just talking about the technology itself, he's actually more focused on how accessible generative AI is becoming. He says it's been democratized, meaning it's not just some fancy toy for big companies and labs anymore. Anyone can use it, from small businesses to teachers.
So, no more exclusive AI club. Anyone can join the party. That's pretty cool. But how is this generative AI different from, regular AI?
That's a great question, and it gets to the heart of why O'Reilly is so excited about this. Think of it like this. Generative AI is the creative part of the AI world. It can actually create new things like text, pictures, even music, instead of just, analyzing data like regular AI.
Wait, hold on. So AI can compose a symphony now that's both amazing and a little bit scary.
Right.
How does that translate to, actually boosting New Zealand's productivity?
Okay, imagine this. You're a small business owner here in New Zealand. You need to do some marketing, but you don't have a whole design team. With generative AI, you could just put in some basic information and bam, the AI can create marketing copy, website content, even product images.
Okay, I'm starting to see the potential here. It's
Yeah.
like having a whole virtual team of creatives just waiting to help you.
Yeah.
Maybe that silver bullet idea isn't so crazy after all.
Right. And it's not just marketing either. Think about education. Teachers could use AI to create individual lesson plans for every student based on how they learn and how fast they learn.
That would be a game changer for teachers. They're already so busy, it would free up so much time for them to actually connect to their students.
Exactly. And in healthcare, AI could help doctors analyze medical images and, predict health risks or even create personalized treatment plans based on someone's genes.
Wow, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing. But are we really at the point where all this is actually happening, or is it mostly just hype for the future?
It's true that some of this stuff is still in development, but generative AI is already having a real impact. We're seeing it pop up everywhere from drug discovery to those customer service chatbots,
Yeah,
and it's changing so
it's kind of
fast.
like when Telecom New Zealand first brought the internet to New Zealand back in the 80s. It felt like the world changed overnight. Do you think AI is going to have that same kind of huge impact on New Zealand?
It definitely has the potential to be just as disruptive, if not more so. And other countries are already realizing that many of the APEC economies are going all in on AI. They're creating regulations to support it, investing tons of money in AI education and training.
So they're basically getting ready for an AI-powered future while we're still trying to figure out our Wi-Fi passwords. Come on, New Zealand. We got to catch up.
Yeah. Well, historically, New Zealand has tended to follow the trends in technology rather than lead them. We like to wait and see how things turn out before we jump in.
I guess we're a cautious bunch, but that cautiousness might cost us big time in the fast-paced world of AI. What are we missing out on?
Well, for one, we're missing out on the economic benefits of being early adopters of game-changing technologies. The countries that embrace AI early on, they're going to have a serious advantage in the global market.
So it's not just about keeping up with the Joneses. It's about making sure our economy stays strong in the long run. Makes sense.
And it's not just about money. AI has the potential to improve our lives in so many ways, from revolutionizing healthcare to making education more personalized and accessible.
Okay, you've convinced me I'm officially on board the AI hype train, but I still have one question. If we're so good at being the best kept secret, like that world leader said, why should we even change now?
That's a really good question, and it gets to the heart of O'Reilly's argument. He believes that New Zealand has everything it needs to be a leader in the AI world, not just a follower.
Really? But how do we go from being a secret to a global AI superpower? What's our secret weapon?
Well, O'Reilly actually says few things. First, our size, which a lot of people see as a disadvantage, could actually be our biggest advantage when it comes to AI.
Hold on, being small is a good thing now. How does that work?
Think about it. In a small country like New Zealand, it's so much easier to implement new technologies, try different things, and adapt quickly to changes. We're agile, innovative, and not afraid to take risks.
So we're like the scrappy startup of the AI world, ready to take on the big guys. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
But what else have we got going for us?
We also have a pretty amazing track record of innovation, especially in technology. Just look at companies like Xero, PushPay, and Tratify. They've all made it big globally by creating innovative software.
Yeah, those are some big names.
Yeah.
But what's their connection to AI? Did they use AI to become successful?
They may not have been specifically AI-focused companies, but their success shows that we have the talent, the entrepreneurial spirit, and the ability to create world-class tech products right here in New Zealand.
So it's like proof that we've got the right stuff to make it in the AI world. That's reassuring. But there must be some challenges too, right?
Of course,
Mm.
moving towards an AI-powered economy isn't going to be easy. We need to invest in education and training to give people the skills they need to thrive in a world where AI is everywhere.
That makes sense. You can't just throw AI at a problem and expect it to magically disappear. You need people who know how to use it properly.
Exactly. And that's something O'Reilly really stresses. He thinks creating a culture of continuous learning and upskilling is essential for New Zealand to really make the most of the AI revolution.
So it's not just about the technology, it's about investing in people, making sure they have the knowledge and skills to navigate this new world.
Exactly. And that brings us to a crucial question. What specific steps can New Zealand take to become a true leader in the AI revolution? What does O'Reilly suggest we do to really unlock our full potential in this exciting new era? Welcome back.
So before the break, we were getting pretty excited about New Zealand's potential in the AI world. But I'm still wondering, what can we actually do to make that potential a reality? What specific steps does O'Reilly suggest?
Well, he actually lays out a pretty clear roadmap in his article.
Yeah.
He says we need to create a culture that enables constant positive change within our organizations. And that starts with a commitment to continuous learning and training, especially when it comes to AI.
So it's not enough to just buy some fancy AI software and call it a day. We need to actually invest in our people and make sure they can use it effectively.
Exactly. O'Reilly is really adamant about this. Just having the technology isn't enough. We need to empower our workforce to understand AI, to adapt as it changes, and to find innovative ways to apply it to their own fields.
I see what you mean. But what does that actually look like? Are we talking about sending everyone back to school for a computer science degree?
Not necessarily. O'Reilly actually points to the Philippines as a great example of how to quickly upskill a workforce in AI. They've got programs where people can learn the basics of AI in just 3 months.
3 months. That's amazing. I'm guessing those programs don't involve learning how to code complex algorithms from scratch. What are they focusing on?
It's more about understanding the fundamentals of AI. You know, how it works, what you can use it for, and how to use existing AI tools effectively. It's about giving people a basic understanding that they can then apply to their own jobs and industries.
So it's like a crash course in AI literacy. Yeah. Just enough to make people comfortable working with this new technology.
Exactly. And O'Reilly believes this kind of rapid upskilling approach could be incredibly beneficial for New Zealand. It would help us close the skills gap quickly and empower our workforce to use AI for innovation and growth.
That sounds great, but wouldn't we need to completely change our education system to implement something like that?
Not really. O'Reilly suggests that we can use online learning platforms, partnerships with industry experts, and even micro-credentialing programs to create flexible and accessible AI training opportunities.
So a more agile and decentralized approach to education, that's pretty different from our traditional model of long-term formal education.
It is, but it reflects how fast things are changing in the AI world. We need a system that can keep up with that change and give people the skills they need when they need them.
It's like the difference between teaching someone how to fish and just giving them a fish. We need to teach people how to learn and adapt in the AI age, not just give them a static set of skills that might be outdated in a few years.
Exactly. O'Reilly says this change in thinking is crucial for New Zealand to truly benefit from the AI revolution. It's about embracing lifelong learning and giving individuals the power to manage their own professional development.
So it's not just about the government or educational institutions stepping up. It's about individuals recognizing the importance of AI and taking the initiative to learn and adapt.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another important part of O'Reilly's roadmap, creating a more supportive regulatory environment for AI development and innovation.
Okay, so now we're talking about the role of government. What kind of regulations does he have in mind?
He doesn't get into specifics, but he stresses the need for regulations that encourage experimentation, innovation, and responsible development of AI technologies.
So finding that balance between encouraging innovation and making sure AI is used ethically and benefits society.
Exactly. It's a tricky balance to strike, but it's crucial if we want New Zealand to become a global leader in AI. We need to create an environment where companies and researchers feel comfortable investing in developing AI solutions, while making sure those solutions align with our values and priorities as a country.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It's like building a house. You need a solid foundation of ethical principles and regulations to support the innovative structure you're trying to build.
that's a great way to put it. And it highlights another important point O'Reilly makes, the importance of collaboration. He believes that New Zealand needs to foster stronger partnerships between government, industry, and academia to really unlock the potential of AI.
So breaking down those silos and creating a more unified approach to AI development.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that no one has all the answers. We need to pool our resources, share what we know, and work together to create a thriving AI ecosystem in New Zealand.
I can see how that would be beneficial. Imagine researchers working directly with companies to develop real-world applications for their AI breakthroughs, or government agencies funding and supporting promising AI startups.
That's exactly the kind of collaborative spirit that O'Reilly envisions. He believes that by working together, we can use our collective strengths to overcome the challenges and really take advantage of the opportunities presented by the AI revolution.
It's an inspiring vision, and it's clear that O'Reilly believes New Zealand has what it takes to become a major player in the AI world. But he also acknowledges that there are some potential pitfalls we need to be careful of. What are some of those?
Well, one of the biggest risks he highlights is that we might become complacent or overly reliant on our past successes. He warns against thinking that our number 8 wire mentality will be enough to succeed in the AI age.
Ah, the classic Kiwi ingenuity. I can see how it would be tempting to think we could just tinker our way to AI dominance, but it sounds like O'Reilly thinks we need a more strategic approach.
Definitely. He believes the AI revolution requires a much more deliberate and focused effort. We need to be proactive, not reactive. Invest in the right areas, develop the right skills, and create the right environment for AI to flourish.
So no more resting on our laurels. We need to take AI seriously if we want to stay ahead of the game.
Exactly. And that leads us to another potential trap that O'Reilly warns about, focusing too much on the economic benefits of AI while forgetting about its broader impact on society.
Okay, so it's not just about boosting GDP. We need to think about the bigger picture.
Right. O'Reilly emphasizes the importance of thinking about the ethical implications of AI and making sure its development and use align with our values as a society.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Like with any powerful technology, you need to use it responsibly and carefully consider how it might impact people and communities.
Exactly. And O'Reilly thinks New Zealand has a special opportunity to be a leader here. We can use our reputation as a progressive and innovative nation to shape the global conversation about ethical AI development.
So it's not just about building cool AI tech, it's about building it the right way, in a way that benefits everyone.
Precisely. And that brings us to the final point in O'Reilly's roadmap: the importance of showing off what we can do with AI to the world. He thinks we need to be more proactive in promoting our successes in AI, attracting international investment, and positioning New Zealand as a hub for AI innovation.
So it's not enough to just be good at AI. We need to shout it from the rooftops and let the world know what we're capable of.
Exactly. It's about building a reputation, attracting talent, and creating a positive cycle of growth and innovation in the AI world.
Well, it definitely sounds like O'Reilly has a clear vision for how New Zealand can make its mark on the AI revolution. I'm curious, though, what does all of this look like in real life? Are there any actual initiatives or projects happening in New Zealand right now?
That's a great question, and one that we'll dive into after the break. We'll explore some of the exciting things happening with AI right here in New Zealand and see how they're leading the way towards a more innovative and AI-powered future.
Welcome back, listeners.
It's great to be back.
We've spent a lot of time talking about AI's potential to change New Zealand's economy.
Yeah, we've covered the need for upskilling, creating supportive regulations, and, making sure different sectors work together.
And we talked about how important it is to show off what we can do with AI to the rest of the world.
Right. But sometimes all this talk about potential and plans can feel a bit abstract. So what's actually happening right now? Are there any real examples of AI making a difference in New Zealand already?
Yeah, spill the beans. Give us some examples of what kind of cool AI stuff is already going on here.
Okay, so let's start with healthcare. There's a company here in New Zealand that's using AI to develop personalized cancer treatments.
Oh, wow.
They're analyzing patients' genetic data and medical history to create treatment plans that are more effective and have fewer side effects, specifically for them.
That's incredible. It's like taking personalized medicine to a whole new level.
Yeah.
What about other areas? Is AI making a splash in any other industries?
Absolutely. In agriculture, for example, companies are using AI to boost crop yields, keep an eye on livestock health, and even predict weather patterns to help farmers make smarter decisions.
So AI is helping our farmers work smarter, not harder. That's great news for everyone, especially those of us who love our fresh, local produce.
Exactly. And it's not just about efficiency. AI is being used to tackle some of the biggest challenges facing our planet, too. There's a research team here in New Zealand that's using AI to develop sustainable ways to manage our oceans. They're using machine learning to analyze data on fish populations, ocean currents, and pollution levels to help create better conservation strategies.
Okay, that's seriously impressive. AI helping to save our oceans. That's amazing. It sounds like New Zealand is quietly becoming a real hub for AI innovation.
It really is. And more people are recognizing that we have what it takes to become a global leader in this field. We have the talent, the entrepreneurial spirit, and the collaborative mindset to make it happen.
It's almost like being the best kept secret is actually working in our favor. We're under the radar, building up our AI expertise, and then boom, we're going to emerge as this global AI
I
powerhouse.
love that idea. And it's not just about the tech itself, it's about the values we bring to AI development. New Zealand has a reputation for being innovative, ethical, and forward thinking, and those values are going to be so important as AI becomes more and more a part of our lives.
So we could be leaders not only in AI innovation, but also in shaping how AI is developed and used ethically on a global scale.
Exactly. We can be a strong voice for responsible AI, making sure it's used for good and that everyone benefits from it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about New Zealand's future in the AI world. It sounds like we're on the verge of something really special.
Me too. There's a real sense of excitement and momentum building. And the more we invest in AI, support our talented people, and work together, the brighter our future will be.
So to wrap things up, what's the one big takeaway you want our listeners to remember about New Zealand and the AI revolution?
I think the most important thing to remember is this. New Zealand has the potential to be a global leader in AI, not just a follower. We have the talent, the creativity, and the values to make a real difference in this field.
And it's not just about the economy or technological advancements. It's about using AI to create a better future for everyone, a future that's more sustainable, fair, and prosperous.
Exactly. It's about using the power of AI while staying true to who we are as a nation.
Well said. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI and how New Zealand can shape its future.
It's been my pleasure.
And to our listeners, remember, the AI revolution is happening right now.
Mm.
Don't just watch from the sidelines. Get involved, learn, explore, and be a part of this exciting journey. Who knows? You might just be the one to create the next big AI breakthrough right here in New Zealand. That's a wrap for today's deep dive. Thanks for listening.